Very good evening to all respected members who have gathered here for the today's workshop on sustainability in supply chain operation. So this is our second program under sustainability concept. So earlier on the previous day, we discussed about importance of sustainability in engineering innovations. Now, in continuation to that, we have narrowed down the objective in supply chain operations. Let us see how sustainability plays a major critical role in supply chain operations. So, before proceeding with the main theme of the presentation, we will go with the session objectives. So, what are the main objectives of sustainability concepts and how we can able to interlink the concept of sustainability in modern supply chain system? First and foremost thing is every individual organization, they have to understand the basic importance of sustainability in terms of environmental consciousness as well as people welfare and the economic impact. So these are the main three important pillars of sustainability in supply chain operation. So without affecting these three pillars, so they have to optimize the different the parameters in order to improve the supply chain process in a better way by optimizing the operational efficiency and minimizing the wastage in the operational cost. The next one, explain the principles of modern sustainable supply chain operation and how sustainability can be integrated with the following key activities like material procurement inside the inventory, then production, as well as transportation and the final product distribution activities. Identify the environmental aspects, economic and social aspects, and implementing the concept of sustainability based on the triple bottom line framework. So this is going to be our today's objective for the workshop on sustainability concepts in modern supply chain operation. Based on this objective, our entire presentation will be aligned to the three pillars of modern supply chain operation, say environmental, economic, and social dimensions. Now let us see some of the basic inputs for supply chain operation. What exactly the supply chain operation? In traditional supply chain management system, following are some of the activities that will be followed sequentially in day-to-day industrial work cycle. Say, for example, planning for production, planning for demand, then coordinating the different schedule of event inside the organization, then control of raw material, getting proper information from the external supplier, and optimizing the financial flow from supplier to the end customer. These are different management activities involved with the supply chain system. A typical supply chain will have the following metrics, say raw material supplier, manufacturer, warehouse and distribution centers, retailers, and end customers. So each metrics have their own identity and nature of conducting the associated operations within the typical supply chain model. Say, for example, companies like Walmart and Amazon, they operate highly integrated global supply chain in order to deliver the products more efficiently by planning for virtual selling of market through online stores. But however, traditional supply chain often create following issues like environmental pollution, use of excessive energy consumption, and waste generation. So today we are going to take these challenges as a main uh, thing for further discussion in the following slides. How to reduce the environmental pollution, more use of energy consumption, and the wastage generation. Now let us get into the concept of sustainability. So in the previous slide, just we talk about what is supply chain management, what will be the nature and role of supply chain management, who are all the different players of supply chain system, and what is the problem present at the traditional supply chain, how we want to eradicate the problem present at the traditional supply chain by converting all that manual process into more sustainable in a modern way. So now we will get in touch with the importance of sustainability in modern supply chain system. The term sustainability mainly refers to the responsible use and management of resource in an optimal way such that by meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. So what it exactly infers the concept of sustainability. The term sustainability mainly relies upon the recycling of the wastage. By recycling the wastage material, we can able to produce more number of new products for the future generation by meeting their own needs, such that we can able to minimize the environmental pollution hazards as well as the greenhouse emission problem. So the sustainability mainly emphasize balancing economic growth with environmental protection as well as the social well-being of the people. So the sustainability concept highly oriented towards the triple bottom line approach. Let us see the triple bottom line approach in the next following the consecutive slides. So here I have given the table. So inside the table, we can able to focus the three important pillar, that is the three important dimensions of triple bottom line. One is environmental aspects, economic aspects, and social aspects. So what exactly the triple bottom line? It is mainly focused on corporate social responsibility. So each and every organization, they must able to control the environmental issues by reducing the carbon emissions, then reducing the operational cost and improving the business efficiency, and make fair labor practice and ethical sourcing for the people welfare. So the major outcome, it requires measuring social responsibility, environmental impact, and economic profit, ensuring a better value by doing a business as per the ethical constraint for all key stakeholders, not just shareholders. More than getting a profit, we must have some value addition in the business by making everyone to be more pleasing in terms of long-term value instead of making just a profit. So we can able to attract more number of people by producing eco-friendly type of the products so that we can save the environment and also we can enrich the economic condition of the organization as well as we can keep the people more comfort and we can bring mutual trust and confidence in selling the products to the final end users. So this is what I just want to me to say as corporate social responsibility. Now let us deep dive into a sustainable supply chain operation. So what are the main theme research area to be focused under sustainable supply chain operation? So green material, that is green procurement. So every company must able to produce eco-friendly raw material. So based on environmental responsible practices. Say for example, Unilever. So they source sustainable agricultural raw material from certified farm. So this is one such example for green procurement of raw material. Next one, green manufacturing. So reducing the energy consumption and the material waste during the production. Say Tesla uses renewable energy and battery recycling in manufacturing. The next one is sustainable logistics, optimizing the transportation route in order to minimize the fuel consumption and emissions. Say DHL Logistics uses electric delivery vehicles and carbon neutral shipping programs. Then reverse logistics. So this involves returning the used products for recycling, reuse, and remanufacturing. Say example, Patagonia is a American retail garments shop. So they used to collect the garments, used garments, and recycle them into a new clothing according to the user comfort. So these are some of the key area to be focused under modern sustainable supply chain operations. Let us discuss some case study on Walmart sustainable initiative in a retail supply chain. One of the most significant sustainable initiative is Project Gigaton. So the meaning is aiming to reduce 1 billion metric ton of greenhouse gas emission from the regular supply chain management operation. So here are some of the measurable, tangible key action taken by them. So aiming for sustainable packaging, use of high energy efficient warehouse, sustainable supplier sustainability evaluation. Then what are the impact outcome? Reduced logistics emission, improved operational efficiency, and lowering transportation cost. So this is one such example for modern sustainable supply chain process within a retail outlet, say Walmart. So in addition to that, there are some modern technology that will also help to improve the sustainability of supply chain operation. Say Internet of Things, artificial intelligence. So using artificial intelligence, we can able to optimize the transportation route, monitoring the inventory stock level and the warehouse operation. Say for example, Amazon uses integrated AI for warehouse optimization and transportation route planning system. So these are some of the key performance indicators for sustainable supply chain. The main outcome of key performance indicator is to strongly focus on the environmental impact, social responsibility, and economic efficiency. What are the following challenges, risk involved in implementing the supply chain, that is sustainable supply chain initiative program in every organization? Here are some of the following barriers as listed below. So fear of high initial investment cost for implementing the modern sustainable supply chain initiatives. within an organization, and lack of interest or miscooperation between the supplier is called resistance to change. The limited awareness among the stakeholders, that the limited knowledge or the limited awareness about the sustainable initiatives in the supply chain network among the stakeholders. Finding more difficulty in measuring the environmental impact, lack of data transparency about the complex global supply chain network system. So, what could be the strategy for overcoming these challenges? So, we must develop a strong supplier partnership using technology for transparency and developing resilient audit procedures. So, this is the solution for overcoming the above challenges. So, what are the key benefits of sustainable supply chain operations? In overview. So, following are some of the benefits that has been listed out here. Use of sustainability concept will try to balance the reduced operational cost, improved the value through brand reputation for an organization, and strictly following the various rules and compliance with the environmental regulation, then better risk mitigation, then long term staying competitive in a long term process. So these are some of the benefits of sustainability in supply chain operations. What are the future trends in sustainable supply chain? Here are some of the key notable the research area. The future researchers have a lot of scope and opportunity to conduct their research work in the following areas, say circular economy models, carbon neutral logistics, digital supply chain, green transportation system, and sustainable product design and development. Before I move on, I would like to give a recap of the total uh, importance of today's program before I conclude the session. So in today's program, so we discussed about how sustainability helps to drive the important barriers present in the supply chain operation. Next, integrating sustainability in traditional supply chain system. So what are all the benefits that has been attained by every organization? What are all the possible way the technology that can be integrated into the traditional supply chain in order to modernize each and every process within the supply chain framework? So as a whole, in nutshell, I can say that sustainability is not going to be an optional decision. It has become more mandatory, compulsory necessity for modern supply chain in today's scenario. By integrating environmental, social, and economic consideration, organization can aim for reduced environmental impact, that is carbon footprint, then improving the operational efficiency and creating a long-term value for the society. The sustainable supply chain will play a major critical role in developing a high resilient, robust, and responsible supply chain economy in future. So with this above information, I thank all the member participants, students, industry professionals, and the faculty members from various educational institutions. Thank you all. We will meet in the next upcoming technical lecture series with a different topic of agenda. Once again, I thank all the members. Thank you all.